man. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Still. Today is Wednesday, hump day, baby. August 24th, 2022. It's Hard Knocks Day, baby. On the show, we recap and review last night's episode, give you our favorite moments, and tell you who we want to see more of in the final episodes of the show. But before we get to all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, man. I know it's an early morning, man, because we was up late last night talking, watching that Hard Knocks. But y'all see him, man, glowing, all carrying, man. You know, he's just the man. You know what I'm saying? He got that glow like my man from The Last Dragon. You know what I'm saying? Like show enough. Y'all see him, man. It's my man, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my dude?
Wasn't showing up the evil one? I don't like that, Curt. Good morning, Proud Nation, and Wazam.
Man, y'all know who it is, man. It's the coaching extraordinaire of the defensive line from Jackson Northwest High School. It's the Wolverine Lion. It's my man, who?
Coach Mike Jones, Wolverine.com.
All right, man. I know what it is. Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
So Lion Talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit. All right, man. Welcome back to the show, family. You know who it is. We Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And let's get into this hardness episode, man. Give me a quick recap of what you thought of the last night's show, Coach Mike.
I think the show started off on the right foot. I mean, I don't think you could plan any perfect of a start, man. When Dan Campbell brought them jeans, man, them pants, man. Look, he said to sum it up, kind of, paraphrasing a little bit, but he said, man, we always find a way to lose. You know what I'm saying? We always find a way to lose, and we got to knock it off. We got to knock all that old stuff, all that here. I don't know what it was, talcum powder or whatever it was on them jeans. You got to knock all that off, man. It's time to create a new us, and then it's time to stop getting in our own way. Basically, it's time because there's self-inflicted wounds that are happening at the end of games, and I think that was the perfect way for him. For that whole segment to start off, because everybody's seen how we lost that game, the first preseason game, man. But I got a lot of notes, man. But something the two things that really stood out to me was that comedian, man.
Yeah.
That comedian was funny as hell. What's his name? Josh Adams?
Yeah, Josh Adams.
Yeah, man, when he was talking about Hutchinson, man, he said Hutchinson looked like a big ass Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? He said, making my way around town.
Yeah, I was crying. That was funny.
I tweeted, I'm like, yeah, him and Terry Crews need to get together and do a little TikTok or something, man.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I don't fuck with T. He from my hometown. I don't fuck with T. Cruz.
Man. It didn't be funny, man. But I like the way that Aiden Hutchinson bounced back on day two, because you see they didn't play a lot of day one. Actually, day one was getting our ass whooped. Aiden Hutchinson really showed out on day two. And that made me happy, man, because the rookie's gonna have his ups, he's gonna have his downs, but as long as he's consistent and intense. And that's what we all expect from Aiden Hutchinson. That's who we drafted. Man, he's going to be a bona fide star in this league, man. But what do y'all got, man? Y'all recap. What are some of the things that stood out to y'all about that episode?
I like the fact that it focused on the players that's on the bubble, because we haven't heard a lot, from some of these guys, personally, and what their backstory is. I like the footage from the joint practices. Was cool. We kind of saw a lot of that already. But it's good to see some of the struggles, right? Because we always see like some of the positive stuff from our media, but you got to see some of the struggles, firsthand on tape, not just kind of hear from them secondhand. Yeah. But it's supposed to be hard. Camp's supposed to be hard. It ain't supposed to be easy. It ain't supposed to be all sunshine and rainbows coming out of camp. So I mean, but Dan Campbell has his team scrapping, man. Like you said, like that perfect shake all that stuff off and get it out to you, you know. And for Dan Campbell, he comes with a what do you call that? A level of experience because he lived it in Detroit. He was on that 0-16 team. He was on that team that was like right there and kept, you know what I'm saying, but being in games and kept losing because he lived it firsthand. So he knows what it is in Detroit to struggle. He knows what it is in Detroit to be right there on the verge of winning and losing firsthand as a player. So I like that. The backstories, man. Pimpleton's mom, Obina Ezzy's wife, Netflix's brother, inspire and motivate their players to play hard. You know what I'm saying? All those. A good support system is good to have in every walk of life, man. And I just like that those backstories got told and you get to see some things. I'll get into kind of more of my favorite moment with some of those individuals kind of later on, you know, in the next segment. But to see them out there cheering on and you know what I'm saying, and with even from behind bars, you know what I'm saying, motivating his brother, Craig Reynolds' older brother. You never know what somebody's going through, and you never know what they're using to get themselves through the next step and motivate them to be the best version of themselves. So shout out to HBO for giving those backstories in this in this episode of Hard Knocks. What you got, Ella?
Kurt, about just about Dan Campbell. I really liked I wasn't gonna say Dan Campbell, but Aiden Hutchinson. I really liked him when he had his bounce back play out on the field. Because when he was out there, he was like, you know, let's turn this bitch up, you know. And they actually went out there and actually played a little bit better. He kind of sounded like a Power Ranger though. If you remember when we was little kids, you know, Power Rangers fight, they like, that he was out there doing his moves, you know. But you know,
my kids, I'm
old. Yeah, my bad, Kurt. But yeah, you know, but that's just the effort that he was putting in. You know, in my opinion, this is probably the best episode so far. We got probably the best footage. Not a lot of them speeches that I don't necessarily like, even though the opening speech it had its semantics, but it was a meaningful speech. I get what it was all about. Abina Ezzy, I felt kind of bad for him when Hank Fraley was yelling at him. I get it. He messed up. He just didn't know the right answer. Like I don't know if he knew to say that, but I just
know what though?
Because I'm like,
I get you because that's a person who's played football their whole life or played American sports. They kind of know that type of what that phrase means. Like, who are you cheating? And if he's asked me, I'd be like, I'm cheating myself. I'm cheating my teammates. But Obina Ezzy, he didn't know that. He played football for 7 years. He don't know that. He don't know that phrase.
Yeah, he didn't know the answer. But I felt a little bit bad for him. But I do like that they actually showed him, you know, some of his better moments. Like he actually had, you know, played decent in the game, and they showed the other side, you know, with his wife and everything. So that was good to see. Khalil Pimpleton, he kind of made me think about. I end with this at least on my little recap part. He kind of made me think about Jim again, man, and because I remember how he used to talk about Khalil, Khalil Raymond. He was talking, he looked like a little kid, and they were like, just look like a little kid, and that's something like, man, because Pimpleton was like one of my cousins, man. He was like one of Tiffany kids. So I know y'all don't know Tiffany, but he was like one of my cousins. So, but you know, one of my little cousins. I was like, dang, you know. But we got to see his mom and everything. His mama don't look like Tiffany, by the way. So not saying that, but it's just like, you know, you just get to see that part of it. You know, you got to see the side of the wife. You know, the other side, the family side. We got to see the wife, and you got to see the mom, and like you said, you got to see the brother. The brother part, I understand the point in putting it in there, but that's a little bit too familiar for me. I didn't like watching that, you know. So, but you know, shout out to everybody in that episode. We got to see a lot of new faces, or more of some faces we only got to see a little bit of. So I like this episode. Like I said, probably my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, with the I mean, but like for real, I get what you're saying. You're like, but like that's life, man. Because we all either have somebody or been there, or it has affected us in some kind of way where, you know, some of our loved ones, or, you know what I'm saying, people we're close to have been behind bars, and it's all too real. It's all too real. So I like that. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell me the real, you know, the real. And talk about, you know, I think about Jim. I talk about the little thing. Like even Pimpleton talk about how big his stuff was. Like his gear was too big for him. Like my pants too big. All this shit's too big.
Yeah, when it just kind of like the aesthetic of it. If you remember the Little Giants, when my man, like he was trying to squeeze his head down in his helmet. How he was walking. That's how it kind of looked. Like he was kind of like, man, this is so
way
big. This is
too big.
Yeah.
Way too big. Hey, man, if y'all like the content, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. You know what it is, man. We on that march to 4K, man. Like LL says, we going to 1 million, but we got to start somewhere. And the next benchmark is 4K. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, drop us a comment, man. Speaking of comments, let's go ahead and get that family discussion topic out there for today. It is, what were your thoughts on episode 3? Okay, so give us your thoughts overall, what you thought about episode 3 of Hard Knocks, man. Drop it in the comments of the video. We know you're going to do it in the live chat, but please just drop it in the comments section so we can read your comment on the next show, man. Y'all know how we do. We pick 6 of those things to go on the next show because we love to hear from you guys because you guys are fans just like us. So we want to share and be your voice of the fans right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Now it's time for what? The Curt Cap switch up, man. Y'all know how I do it, man. I got another snapback on, man. This is the Detroit Lions. This is a earlier version of the one I had on yesterday. So this is one of the earlier Thanksgiving snapbacks, the one of the first ones that New Era made. And this is the first snapback I actually bought for myself. So I actually bought it. I'm a fitted guy. So most of my stuff is for fitteds. And the reason being I have eczema. So I don't like the Velcro or the snaps. I don't like that stuff because it get caught in my hair sometimes. So, I don't like that pulling my hair out. So that's why I don't wear a lot of snapbacks or, the Velcro ones. I don't wear any of the Velcro ones. But as far as the snapbacks, this is my first ever one I bought for myself, man. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was cool. I like the Detroit, the big, block letters. And it is what it is, man. It's just a smooth ass cap, man. What can I say? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is, man. So that is the Curt Cap switch up for the day. So go ahead and check it out, man. You know how I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna keep switching these things up to the end of the month. I had to dig into some of my collection that I haven't worn in a while, to bring them out for y'all. So y'all know what we're gonna do with that. At the end of the Curt Cap switch up, I will send you a autograph for person who answers. It's gonna be a couple trivia questions on some of the caps. So whoever get those answers right, I'm gonna send them an autograph cap. It's gonna be clean and nice and saying fresh when you get it with my signature on there. And it is what it is. And for the smart ass people in the comment section, on the chat section yesterday, talk about it might be better to see if we can find somebody who has a cap that Curt don't have. That could be a contest to see who has a cap that Curt doesn't have. It's one fella out there that I know, my man on Twitter, man. He'll give me a run for my money because he got some caps I know I don't have, but that's my dude right there. And I probably got some stuff he ain't got either. But all that being said, man, go ahead, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. And we're having fun right here, man. If you haven't done so already, you keep coming back. If your first time, go ahead and join Prowl Nation family. Subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you know me getting fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Man, let's get into the next segment of the show, man. Uh-oh. I think I hear it, man. Oh, man, the smoke is clearing. The dew is parting from the mountains, man, because he is the big-time player from the Himalayas, man. Coming to the mic is my dude, my man, my mellow LL Cool Torrance. What you got for your segment for today, my man?
I just want to say I figured it out. I hope I ain't dressing it, but Curt, I know how Flint get down. I know how Flint and Saginaw get down, and it really came out when you said that it's just a smooth cat, baby. I know, I see. I know you like to put off on me, but I understand. But no, my favorite, some of my favorite parts from last night's episode. Coach Mike mentioned the comedian. What was his name? Josh. Was it Josh Williams?
Josh Adams.
Adams. My bad, Josh Adams.
Yeah.
Please don't blaze me. But no, he was funny as hell, man. And Dan Campbell was Hulk Hogan to me now. I wish he hadn't said that. Like I can't. It's stuck now. Like he Hulk Hogan like a mug to me now. But he was really funny. I'm a stand-up comedian fan, and that was really good. Just a very small part that I really liked at the end when they was talking. They was talking about like I forget the first part. He was talking about drink. You need a drink or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Man was like,
because the pop.
Yeah.
What do you call it? He called it pop, and the other dude said, "You don't call it soda," and he was like, "Nah, man."
it was somebody was talking. I think it was Aiden Hutchinson was talking to him before that, but then he started talking to 94. I think that's Banks. By Eric Banks.
Banks is from Banks is from Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was talking about, my people call it drink. And it kind of felt a little familiar because my people, they call it cold drink. If anything, hand me a cold drink out the thing over there. Hand me a cold drink out the cooler. So that was I like that part. I'll end my favorite parts with this. Anybody who's ever played any competitive anything with me, Uno, spades, what's the foosball, table tennis, especially not no football or no basketball, nothing like that, but you can ask them who Jamal Williams reminds them of. Like, man, I would have been the reason why we fought. Like, that's, man, I got a talent for that shit. Just getting people riled up when we talking shit and everything. I really like seeing that because it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them guys. I don't think they had no real beef, but just being out there on the field, talking a whole lot, being that competitive is super fun, man. So I really like that part, just seeing him. I'm not the extreme as he is, like, just being so loud and everything, but man, I like the aspect of shit talking of competition, and that was a good example of that. So what are you guys? What are some of your guys' favorite parts from the show last night?
Deuce Staley, man, coaching the running backs in Indy, man, lost his voice.
Yeah,
I love that passion that he coaches with. Yeah, Josh Adams, man, roasted MCDC and Hutch was funny as hell, man. Talking about the last 6 up downs didn't count. that was funny. That was funny, man.
Somebody messed your wrist up. No.
Man. Nah. My favorite, I mean, for real, my favorite moment of the show is Abina Eze's wife, man. She a ride or die, man. You can see how she cheers for her husband. She pushes him to be better. And like I said, I was telling y'all off camera, man, I can see her folding a chick up for saying some BS in the stands, man. But for real, but like, she got his back. And how she, you can see that and the passion she cheers for him. Like even some of the things I was saying off camera, like saw a tweet between her and Corey Woods, formerly of Woodward Sports. And shout out to him, man. He's got a new gig over at Michigan Live. He's covering the Pistons.
I seen that.
He's covering the Pistons. Corey Woods, man, I always speak of that. That's my young fella right there. He do his thing. So, but to have someone like that in your corner, I know I have one of those in my corner. She's gonna ride for me, you know what I'm saying? Even when I'm messing up, she's still gonna ride for me, man. So to have somebody like that in your corner, man, that is a blessing. That is a blessing and a half, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I was saying, like, you can tell she's a church girl now. You see it on her timeline on Twitter. She's doing her gospel verses and everything like that, her Bible scriptures, but she got that hood in her, man, and she will fold a chick up if she step out of line in the right way. She is definitely the epitome of F around and find out. So, but she gonna ride for her people, man, and she rode for the Lions the whole time, cheering for her husband and cheering for the team. So that's the type of a spouse I like that we have in the stands, man. And the last but not least, we talked about this, man. Craig Reynolds, man, talking to his brother in jail, man. You never know, like, that backstory. Like, we knew about Netflix last year, but we never knew that the situation he was going through right there. You know what I'm saying? And to have the person you look up to and you aspire to be as a kid growing up, to have that big of a, impact on him, and to see him watch his brother, be, incarcerated, man. And he still says that his brother is an inspiration. He, saying it may be the other way. Now I know what not to do, is a big thing, man. Cause and that part of the show really got real for me. You know what I'm saying? That was the real, you know what I'm saying? Cause I've had, family members, get locked up, I've had people I was close to growing up get locked up, and they came through it on the other side. So shout out to Craig Reynolds, man, and his family, man, to be able to be willing to share that, because everybody wouldn't be willing to share that, because they'd be like, nah, that's too personal. I don't want to share that on camera, but for him to be able to share that and to share that with everyone, that shows, a level of love he has for his brother, because he's not going to let anything stop him from sharing the love he has for his big brother.
Yeah. Just to piggyback off that a little bit, man. I was appreciative because I didn't know Craig Reynolds' whole family played football. That's something that I didn't know until last night. They whole family play football, man. So that's big, man. When you come from a football family, that's big. I mean, that means your mind is already ready. It's already there. You ain't got to get there. You know what I'm saying? From the get.
You already want to do it. Yeah.
Right. But one thing that really stood out to me, I don't know if y'all pay attention to it, but did y'all see the look on Alex Anzalone's face when Campbell said he wasn't gonna play?
Oh, when Shep told him, Shep said he wasn't gonna play.
He said he wasn't gonna play. I'm telling you, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looked serious. He looked like he wanted to put his hand on Shep.
He was disappointed. He was disappointed he wasn't gonna play. He was disappointed.
It didn't look disappointment. It looked like, come step outside real quick. I got something to say to you. Off camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looked like, and that just shows his intensity. And he do look like He-Man. I don't care what nobody say. And look like He-Man.
What do you call him? What the comedian called him? Thor. He said when Thor scared of the police, I was like,
yeah. But that just shows Anzalone. I don't know if it's Anzalone. I go with Dose Dion because he talks to people a lot. So Anzalone, that just shows his competitiveness. That just shows the competitiveness of the whole team in general, because he's gonna make the team. You know what I'm saying? He don't really have nothing to play for. And a lot of vets don't want to play in the preseason. It's been spoken volumes, and he's mad because he couldn't play. You could just tell he was mad. So I think that competitive nature just shows that the coaches are rubbing off on the players, and I like it, man. I just like the fact that I like how mad he was. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. He was pissed, and I like it, man. So I love defensive players, man. That's
He your friend now?
Huh?
He your friend now?
Yeah. He can roll Coach Jones, man. Hey, I bet you if you see Anzalone in the streets and he got the look on his face, you ain't gonna say nothing to him.
You don't know me too well.
You ain't gonna say nothing to him. You might think about saying something to him. You ain't gonna say nothing to him.
I ain't shook hands alone.
Y'all dudes is stupid. I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with y'all, man. Y'all silly, man. Hey, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Go ahead and like the video, man. Comment on the video. Share the video with your friends, man. Get out to your big homies. You know what I'm saying? Like my man, Coach Mike, we talking about. Have a watch party on separate laptops, cell phones, iPads, tablets, anything you want, man. But make sure we can get these views up, man, and get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. Man, y'all know what it is. We got to pay some bills, man. If you want to get yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because, y'all know where I got this cap from. I got it over at Fanatics. Click that link in the description below. Man, a small portion of the proceeds from that link will help us grow the content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. If you want to hang out with us on other social media platforms, check it out, man. Y'all see the links on the screen. Our TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, man. Go over and hang out with us. Let's go behind the scenes with us, see what our family lives are like and, what we into off camera. So go ahead and check it out, man. You get all the Wolverine stuff right over there on my man, Coach Mike's, all his social media pages. It's all about the Wolverine. So go ahead and support my man, Coach Jones, man. You want to get one of his shirts, man, that link's in the description. So go ahead and support, because if you're a Wolverine on Saturday and you're a Lion on Sunday, go ahead and get yourself some Wolverine gear. Y'all know what it is, baby. All right, so one of our sponsors, it's Lions Nation Unite, man. It is the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. So go ahead, and if you haven't done so already, hang out with them people over there, man. Go ahead and download the app for your mobile device in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store. If you do one on your computer and go on your web browser, just type in lionsnationunite.com. While you're over there and you want to get yourself some fly gear, go ahead and check out LNU Shop. That link's in the description as well. And get yourself some gear, man. It's always game day at Lions Nation Unite Shop. So LNUshop.com and check it out. Go to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com, man, and check out the articles we have over there. And while you're over there, go ahead and click the link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. Get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. Be a part of the Prowl Nation family, man. We love you right here on the show. Get yourself some gear, man. Support the show right there on LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. Man, with all the bills paid. Now it's time to get into my topic for today. We're going to look into the future of Hard Knocks. We only got 2 episodes left, right? So who do you want to see on the final couple episodes? Because the last one's probably going to be the big cut down show, because the last cut down is going to be after the next week's episode. So I think the final cut down is August 31st. So that's when the rosters got to be down to 53. So I want to see DJ Chark and his family, his journey from Detroit to Detroit from Jacksonville. I want to see little Quattro, man, Tracy Walker, little dude, man. That dude, he a little interesting little cat. He always dripping though, man. That dude got more jewelry than me. I want to hear from J-Mo. I know he's not playing right now, and when I talk about him later, I want to hear from J-Mo. Yeah. I want to hear from him. Derek Barnes is the guy I want to hear from as well, and DeAndre Swift. Just because DeAndre Swift don't talk that much, that's why I want to hear from DeAndre, because he doesn't say anything. You don't really hear that cat talk, so I want to hear him say some things, and I want to hear from the Lions brass. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple people I want to talk here. I want to hear from Brad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to hear from Chris Spillman, because Chris is who he is. And it wouldn't be complete, man, if I didn't hear from the big homie herself. I want to hear from Sheila, man. I want to hear from Big Sheila, man. Oh, Sheila, I want to hear what, see some of her journey as the Lions principal owner, man. So those are some of the people I want to hear from. I want to see on the next episode of Hard Knocks, man. So who are some of the people y'all looking forward to seeing on these last couple episodes?
Well, in that shot, or in the segment when they show Miss Sheila, you're gonna see that white diamond sitting in the background. So everybody know that's what to beware of. But one thing you mentioned it, I do want to see more of my guy out there, 55, man. We got to see a little bit of him, when they talked about him saying he's gonna have a green dot, and then we got to see him just a little bit, and he was yelling about building the wall, and it was him in there. So we got to see a little bit, but I would like to see much, much, much more. I feel like we've got to see a lot of this, but I just want to ask this question to Coach Mike, just because I'm talking about Derek Barnes. But I feel like we all feel like Rodrigo gonna start, but just because Coach Mike, you was kind of leading our we need an LB charge. How do you feel about Rodrigo as one of our starting linebackers? Like, are you comfortable with that? Like, you feel like that's a good way to go?
Yeah, because he's a playmaker. I'll take that with he's gonna have some times where he's not gonna do the right assignment because of experience and him just getting to the league, but you can't make up for his aggressiveness and his ability to make plays. Like they showed the play that he made on that third down where he knocked the dude off his route and then he went up and they showed that. And how many of our linebackers do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did get a bit of Lindsay off that route. Yeah.
So that's big, man. So yeah.
But I mean, Kurt, if you want to answer as well, I like it.
Yeah. So I wouldn't. And shout out to my man Luke G, because I kind of tuned in on his show yesterday, and he made a point where he said I would take his mess ups because of how aggressive he is and how he can play. I would take his mess ups just because of inexperience, because of the fact more times that he's going to be in the right position because of how he plays. He plays aggressive, but he does play smart. He's going to mess up, but he's just going to learn and he's going to get better. If you look at him, he's a smart player, so he's going to take those mistakes and he's going to apply whatever he learning. When he does mess up, he's going to apply that the next time, and it's not going to be a wasted rep. So you look at him, he kind of has that same type of build from Aiden Hutchinson, where they learn and they come back better the next time. So yeah, those guys are two kinds of kind of cut from the same cloth as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, but just real quick, one more player that I just want to see or maybe hear more from is one of my absolute favorite players. Well, two of my absolute favorite players. Now I switch it up, but Penei Sewell and Aleem McNeil. I just want to hear them, just a little something, just hear them talking shit, just hear them, whatever, talking to somebody else, just a little something more.
Okay. I personally want to get into the backstories of the injured players. I just want to see some of their rehab and how they attacking it. Because we all wonder, like, Romeo Cora, what is he really doing to get back on the field? I want them to kind of show him working hard.
You ain't finna see that, dog. You ain't finna see that, dog. You know them NFL. You know the NFL teams are very they guarded about them injured players.
Yeah. I mean, but that's just something I personally want to see. I personally want to see how Pascal's rehabbing, how James was rehabbing. You know, just those are questions because everybody want to know, man, when will he be back? When will he be back? When will he be back? I mean, I just want to see. I know I'm not gonna say, but that's something I really do want to see, man. Is how they in their rehab, man. And I gotta see another segment of a Mama St. Brown, man, because he's feisty, man. I gotta see him punch somebody in the face. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see something, man. I know he had a skirmish in the joint practice. Man. I know he did. There's no way an ATW hockey stick, Mama St. Brown was going against another team. And he ain't getting no skirmishes, man. I got to see one. Come on, hard knock.
I feel you.
Show me the little man.
I feel y'all that, man. Hey, man, with all that being said, man, thank you guys for checking us out right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. And go ahead, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Drop us a comment on what you thought about the segment. What's your favorite moment of the show? And who do you want to see on the next final two episodes of Hard Knocks, man? Drop them in the comment section of the video, man, and go ahead and get yourself some of that Wolverine Lion gear, man. Click that link in the description. Support your boy, Big Mike Jones, down there in Jackson, Michigan. Now it's time for my favorite segment of the show. It's time for us to do what? Zip our lip and see what you had to say about the last show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. Now, today we got a double dip. And he gonna go first and last in this show in the comment card section because that's just how we doing it today. But Big Rich still says, no one's getting cut this week. They are going on IR and such. I will update you in Dessert With Your Man Curt about the IR and cuts. So we'll leave the comment for this for the end of the show. What you got next, LL?
Well, of course, friend of the show and gold member Michael Huck says, Dan Campbell letting the players run their practice shows how unconventional he is. Taylor Decker said he's never heard of that before. Showing this much trust in your players will have free agents next year, telling their agents to put Detroit on speed dial. I sure hope, Michael Huck. Thanks for the comment.
For real.
No, I don't think about that. Yeah. George Eagle says, I thought it was awesome, out of the box thinking. He was referring to the coach's practice, man. It was, man. Like I said, like Curt said, man, that's something that they're gonna talk about, man. That's gonna affect some free agents out.
Yeah, man. So Grandpa QB, I like this name. Grandpa QB says added 4 players to the reserve list and only one player. Looks like the coaches are having trouble deciding the roster, only going to get harder. Yep, we'll get in more depth in that in a second.
Right. New to the comment section, Elizabeth Yildrum, if I'm saying that right. My apologies if I'm not. Says the players want to go to the playoffs and beyond. They know what they need to do. Go Lions. I sure hope they do. And I hope we see some of that real soon. Thanks for that, Elizabeth.
She been around. It's been a minute since she's been in the building, but it's been a minute. But she's been in the comment cards before.
My bad, Elizabeth.
Cause you know why I remember? Because she got her spelling is so different. That's what her first name. You usually see a Z in there and not an S. So
right. True.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard, still on the double zip. He said Alexander should be our kick returner and Guy wants to be on the practice squad. Alexander can play slot receiver. He has more upside, so he should get a shot at a return. Still have to see what happens in the Steelers game. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against if they want to put Godwin on the practice squad. Even though he's versatile, he brings a lot. He still got that Homerooski problem, man. And I don't know if that's something that has been fixed, but Alexander still is explosiveness. So
yeah, for real.
But if you like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Do whatever you need to do, man, because we on that march to 4K, man. Help us get there. What you got up next, Curt?
All right, now it's time for my favorite segment of the show. Well, everybody else's favorite segment of the show. It is Dessert With Your Man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Shout out to my man, Grand012, who always gives me big shout outs for the Dessert With Your Man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, man. Going over to the Facebook page, link in the description below. if you don't do the Facebook thing, go over to TikTok or Instagram and just type in Delightful Bites, man. You'll see all that beautiful dessert footage. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. All right. The Lions placed 3 players and 1 on the reserve pup list and 1 player on the reserve NFI list or non-football injury. So y'all, if y'all don't know who it is, we got Josh Pascal, we got Romeo Quar, and Jessica Benda went on the reserve pup list, which then you have Jameson Williams going on the reserve NFI list. What those do is free up roster spots. So going from the active pup or reserve or pup list and NFI list to the reserve list frees up 4 roster spots. So those 4 roster spots are freed up. So that gives the Lions 81 players. And then we got to cut one guy. Man, I know he's been around. Some people have been liking this cat. Sean Deion Hamilton was the 1 player that got cut this week. So that Lions roster is actually at 80 players right now. Sean Deion Hamilton, man. Hey, man, you know what? So you can say what up, though, when you see me in the street, dog. You know what I'm saying? You can holler at me, dude. I ain't mad at you. I thought it was a surprise for me because I sure would have picked Cedric Boswell to hit the streets. That's just me. But hey, those roster moves and with those NFI and pup moves, those 4 players that's on those lists cannot play in the first 4 games. They will miss the first 4 games. You got, like I said, Romeo Quar, you got Jessica Benda and Josh Pascal, and then Jameson Williams. I think it's not a lot of big surprises there, just because you haven't seen these guys. They haven't been, there hasn't been a update for these guys going to be going out and been practicing or anything. So they're going to be on the shelf for at least the first 4 games of the season. The guys that didn't make that list shows me they're going to be ready for the season. You look at Alivon Anzarike and Julian Okwara. These guys are going to be ready for the season. Their target is to be ready. So that's a good update for me on those players. So that's your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right, now it's time to go ahead and take that quick stroll on over to the Wall of Fame, baby. First up, we got my man, the king of everything, because he's the everything king, man. He had a good video on the Hard Knocks recap last night, so go over there and check it out on his channel. We got my man Q, or David Anderson, depending on the day of the week, Shannon the Insano, and Dan Spanos rounds out our bronze members. Silver members, we got my man Cap Ice Cold, John Martin, and Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman, baguettes, and all that player. And going over to our gold members, y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday, man. Gold members meeting 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look for the link in the community tab. We got Mr. Reliable, Michael Huck himself, just in the D North End. Ken, man, come through if you can get a chance, man. I know you're out there on the roadways, man, doing your business, but Lionel or Douche Bagia in the building. The jazzy one, Paul Jarose, man, he always hanging out in the Gold Members meeting as well. It is today again at 3 p.m. Check the community tab for the link for the Gold Members meeting. If you want to get in that meeting, man, you got to upgrade that membership, man, for the Wall of Fame to the Gold Members meeting and come hang out with us and just talk football and life over there in the Gold Members meeting at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. My man, my mellow, y'all know what it is because he always eating that jello. Man, LL Cool Tones, go ahead and give us some final thoughts for today.
Real short on this. What up, though, Wednesday? Have a great Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Be kind and find yourself. You see what Curt got? Find yourself some dollar ponies today.
There you go.
Right on this Wednesday, man. I'm just excited to see if the buzz about Tom Kennedy will actually turn into a roster spot. I know I've been hearing the debate out there about he deserves to make the roster, and there's a lot of, man, it's just preseason, right? The top 5 receivers in preseason ain't gonna make the squad, so you know what, man? I'm just excited to see what Tom Kennedy brings, man. Maybe he'll be a protected free agent. Who knows, man? Or a protected camp body. So that's just something to look out for, man.
Okay, definitely. Hey, man, on this hump day, baby, on a Wednesday, man, definitely. I had a good episode watching that. I watched it twice already. I'll probably watch it again. But Hard Knocks, man, I wasn't excited for it at first, man, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Hard Knocks, man. And, you know, and we're building something, and the actual football world is getting to see what we're building in Detroit, and I'm liking that. So shout out to Sheila for them for like kind of reaching out and saying, hey man, we're interested in being on Hard Knocks. You know what I'm saying? That's a power move right there, is to show what we're doing. And I like what man Michael Huck said, you will get some free agents that will go on to want to be in Detroit just because of what's going on the Hard Knocks show, man, and what we're building in Detroit. So shout out to the coaching staff and the brass for go ahead and making that power move. It's Wednesday, man. It's hump day. Y'all know what it is. The grind is hard today because we're in the middle of the week. Y'all know y'all got the rest of the day. You got 2.5 days of work left, man. Well, if you work in a 5-day week, go ahead, take a deep breath. If it's getting too hard, man, get refocused, man, and then get back at it, man. If you need it, go ahead and ask for some help, because asking for help is a sign of strength and not weakness. So go ahead and do that thing, man. Because you know you had like 6 emails already that you did. It was like, man, why they getting me this crap? You know what I'm saying? It ain't even for me. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and delete that thing, clear your inbox out, and get back to work, man. So, you know, you had your Dollar Coney. You know what I'm saying? You had your pop. You had your Better Made chips. So go ahead and get them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, Coach Mike and LL, and big shout out to my man Sean Dodd for hooking the brother up with the like tweet. This is Curt Steele, and I will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.